Felix Lottle just resubscribed for 12 months. We're back, people. ADHDidi gifted Stream Elements a subscription, and ADHDidi gifted 6 months of Tier 1 to Stream Elements. They've gifted 80 months in the channel.
Hello everybody.
ADHDidi gifted Stream Elements
How's
a
everyone doing
subscription,
today?
and ADHDidi gifted 6 months of Tier 1 to Stream Elements. They've gifted 80 months in the channel.
It didn't... Why am I not hearing anything?
ADHDidi just resubscribed. For 30 months, you are everything to me. You're sweeter than candy and better than any childhood dream.
It's making...
I am yours
it
and
says
you
it's
are
making
mine.
noise.
I have
Why
your
isn't it
heart.
actually
I don't
working,
even
though?
need a ring. I'd give up all I have in exchange for who I love more than anything. 2.5 years in this mess together.
Oh,
Maybe
right.
soon we'll see light at the end of this tunnel.
Working on it. That should be everything. Alright, I'll go back. There's a few. Yeah, how do I do this? I don't know what I'm doing here. Alright, who else here? We got Alex, what's up, dude? And Satan, good to see you. Jack, welcome in. Didi, my love. Eclipse, thank you. Good to see you. Guitar, and Mr. T, I think that's everyone. Welcome in, guys. Let me, go back to what I missed.
Felix Lottle just resubscribed for 12 months. We're back, people.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you. In 1 year. Wow, that's amazing, dude. Hello, Christine. How are you today? Good to see you. And thank you, Didi, for the gift sub to Stream Elements. 6 months to Stream Elements. Oh my god. Thank you. And let me play yours again, because I did miss that.
ADHDidi just resubscribed. For 30 months, you are everything to me. You're sweeter than candy and better than any childhood dream. I am yours and you are mine. I have your heart. I don't even need a ring. I'd give up all I have in exchange for who I love more than anything. 2.5 years in this mess together. Maybe soon we'll see light at the end of this tunnel.
Soon, baby, soon. And thanks, Josh. Oh my god. Trying to have a moment here. I had to replay the moment because I already missed it because I wasn't monitoring that audio track, and you come in with the thunder. Jeez. We're fixing to have that thunderstorm probably in the next 30 minutes. Hopefully everything should be fine. Alright, Eclipse, have a good lurk. Oh, I've got the music turned way.
What are you doing in my laboratory?
What are you doing, Dee? Thank you, Josh. How are we? That feels like it's up a little too much now. Got another nice loud song to test it. New tracks in the playlist. This is not one of them. What in the world? That's not a bad mashup, actually. Yeah, I think there's been one or two new albums by Mal since since I was last streaming. And I think new Minecraft music as well I've added, I can't remember. Maybe that hasn't been added yet. Nope. 5 new tracks. Okay. How are you doing, dude? Excited, headstrong. T. That clip name, what the hell? What? What secret? What are you talking about? Talking about me? Talking about Slip? Oh, I feel you, dude. I do that and I sleep for like an extra 30 minutes. And then I still wake up. So that doesn't really help so much. I appreciate it, dude. Miss you. I've not been active on Twitch, be it streaming or just even hanging out in anybody else's stream for a bit now. It's been, well, hell, it's been over 6 months at this point. Like, I was having so many issues with crashes and everything, and at least part of that was due to, my video card. If you didn't know, I had a 5700 XT, which runs incredibly hot, within spec. I think the spec's bullshit. But, yeah. Finally was at a point I could tighten up expenses for a week or two and go ahead and buy me a new one. So I've now got a 6800 I'm running, which... Is the music too loud or too low? Yeah, it doesn't tell me. A little too loud. Okay. I thought that's what you meant, but it almost sounded like the other, so... mean, that is like up there with Tundra. Compared to my voice, yeah. Well, now we have to, and then we get Tazwell, so it's going to be a quiet song anyways, so we'll have to just wait and see. But yeah, I picked up a new video card. It's running much better, quieter, cooler. It's running things without all the crashes. Now, I'm still having occasional crashes. They're far more rare, and at this point, I'm pretty much 100% sure it's not my graphics card.
Slipcore just resubscribed for 33 months. It is my favorite American.
Well, thank you, Slip. Welcome in. My favorite German. Good to see you. Oh, I'm hearing thunder now. Went and walked to get breakfast about an hour ago, and I could hear it in the distance kinda constantly. It seems to just now be coming around. Besides getting the new video card to help out with that, a few months ago, OBS decided to forget everything. Well, not everything. It had my stream key and I think the program settings, but I lost all of my scenes and sources and I've had to completely rebuild everything. So hopefully everything should be working now. There's a few audio sources I forgot to monitor so I could actually hear, but yeah, I think everything should be back and working and good to go. Yeah, that's right, I'm still... So it's been a while, so I understand if you don't remember where we left off, but I'm terraforming around the church and not sleeping because we need thunderstorms, so I can maybe get a charged creeper to kill a skeleton so I can actually get 2 more skeleton heads. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. It's been pretty crazy. Alright, well, shall I jump in? Should we just talk? Should we just forget about Minecraft and just enjoy conversation? Yes, please? Okay, we'll forget about Minecraft. We'll just, oh, that's what you mean. Okay. Let's jump in, shall we? Hello. So, one thing with, the new video card is I think I should be able to run shaders constantly. So I'll be doing that until we start to have issues. Normally, with the previous card, I had to resort to only using it for screenshots and a little bit of showing things off, but we should be able to keep it going. And directly behind me is what we need. The skeleton skulls for. I need 2 more. And then this little idol, the statue, will be finished. It should be the last decoration we need here. Now I do feel like it's struggling slightly, but nothing too bad. One thing that I did was, all the mods and everything should be the same. However, I did get the newest version of this shader, which is Complementary Reimagine 5.2.2. And at some point between my old version and this, they've added colored lighting. So the lights are a little more orange than normal, and if you noticed with the sun going through, there was actually some colored rays as the light went through the stained glass. Not too much else has changed though. Now I know as soon as I step out... Okay, I've got my boat. You know, before I go anywhere... Need rockets. And actually I want a few stacks. Because yeah, as soon as I actually step out from cover, we're going to be having some friends spawn in. Man, it's been a while. I've loaded in just a couple times, but I've not made any progress at all. Uh-oh. Oh, the lag's rough as it was loading things in. So here's what I mean about the colored lighting. So we're getting a little bit of color. It's a little hard to tell here. You can see how it's a little redder here and a little bluer there. But then as you come into the graveyard, all the blue light. And you can see here with them buried, the two different colors. Oh, hi guys. Bye guys. I used to run shaders all the time. Nothing too crazy, but... Oh, here's another good example. Purple lanterns. Gotta remember how things work and controls, so I will be struggling a bit. Oh look, a chest full of junk that's not organized. Oh, those guys. Yeah. No, that's real life thunder. I need in-game thunder. Got a cow. Okay, so I want to actually get inside where it's safe. And then remember how to... Is it this? No. This? I don't remember what the free cam option is. Is it listed under here, or do I need to pull up the mod itself? That doesn't help. Was it Tweakaroo? I believe is what I use for this. No. Ah, that's what I use. There we go. Okay, so last time I laid out where our roads are gonna go. It's gonna come out this gate and then split off in 3 directions, with one pass going low, one kind of going straight across, and one going around where there's going to be a lot of residential, and we're going to have a little bit of a market or center, city square kind of situation going on here. So we've got the one path that cuts off to go down into that, and leading to the front doors of the church. Another path will be going this way to where I think we are doing another dock. Path wraps around, connects to the side door here. Around the ravine. And then it all meets back up here. And I can't remember if I even decided how I was going to do this. I think because of the terrain, it's going to require us to go over. Because of just how ridiculous it would be to tunnel through. So we'll have to kind of come up and meander around until we're actually all the way up at the top here. And we'd be getting something. Let's see, where would we actually see it? Kinda here. That's when we would actually be able to properly see everything. There seems to be still some landscaping that needs to be done, or terraforming. Got some holes to fill in. How does the gorge or ravine look? Not bad. It's been so long that it doesn't look handcrafted as much to me anymore. I mean, it obviously is not vanilla, but okay, gonna try to catch the sun and see the rays, the different colors. So yeah, I really didn't plan out what to do today. You can kind of see it. Oh, there you go. Looking above, you can definitely see it, and it's gone. And let's see, how are we running? And it is staying under ADC. Or before it would already be over 100. I don't do no dirt houses. And I've got Real World Thunder trolling me. Lovely. Okay, so part of having the different colors is to kind of coordinate styles so I can change it up. With blue being the primary road. Well, if you're gonna do it that way, T, just dig into the side of a mountain. Become a dwarf. I love doing mountain gnomes. They're just... Most of mine tend to be kind of cramped. They're not exactly the best, for viewing purposes, you know. Well, I can start off by, looking here, because I think we're going to keep this the same. So we need brick, cracked brick, or stone brick, cracked stone brick, andesite, stone, and cobblestone. Do I have an ender chest down here? Yes, I do. And what all do we have? Grass, some random bits. Got stone at least, okay. Dirt. And some stone there, but we're gonna need more. And I don't keep cracked bricks or any of that, so let's go check out our inventory, our storage. Yep, or cooking time. I've got 4 stacks, 3 stacks. Egg sighting, oh god. No, and that's the dirt path. I think I'm gonna need to cook some. How do I do this? I turn stone into stone brick, right? Yeah, okay. And then I cook that. Okay, I don't like that. What mod was that? Here we go. Hey, Papaya. Good to see you. There we go. That should be nicer. So stone, andesite, cobblestone. Stone, cobblestone, andesite, stone brick, cracked stone brick. Okay. And we got more ads coming in just a moment. My timings are going to be off on everything right now. Still don't actually have this automated in any form. I still have to place everything manually. And what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, 11, 22. Remember all those times I said I was going to build a super smelter? Whoops. Oh, that's good. Welcome back. I keep shifting, I keep crouching when I'm trying to run. Because you know, pretty much every other game out there, shift is run. Heck, I can even enjoy turning on looming on Satisfactory now. And the difference in Redout 2, a racing game that was free on Steam, or not Steam, Epic, a couple weeks ago. Oh, it's wonderful. Okay, we don't need to be sitting here and waiting for this. We can go ahead and go about our day. Well, once I get some of my stuff back out of here. actually have a bow on me. Why don't I have a bow on me? Did I lose my bow? I think I need to make another bow. Still have this though. Go ahead and grab it just in case. Oh, but that's gonna go through my arrows, 'cause it's mending. So I just don't have a bow right now. Okay. Okay, and guess what? It's nighttime already, so we're gonna have friends. Also, one thing I think I'm gonna end up doing, I've debated it for quite a while now, but I think I'm gonna need to fill this up with water. And going that way. And then possibly on the other side. We're also gonna need a bridge right here. So it seems to be fairly heavy with bricks, stone, and andesite. With some cobblestone and maybe a little bit more cracked bricks. And we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4 across tip or point to point. Yeah, come on. Glowing green eyes. Yeah, come back. But then I wouldn't get phantom membranes, because, you know, I need those so much. Like, I totally need more phantom membranes. Yep. Actually, I could use some more phantom heads, that's it. I could use some more phantom heads. Because I don't have enough of those either. Okay, let's get the resources down over here with the rest of my chest monster going on. No. Okay, for getting more hotkeys. Not chat settings, controls. This one was here. R. What do I have more of? Dirt or grass? I've got plenty of grass. I'm running lower on dirt. So grab a different one. Your badge. Wait. Which one? 30 months and 50 gift subs. Nice, baby. Thank you. I know. Okay, so this is exactly... Are you stuck? Yeah, I gotcha. Come on back. That's a wall, dude. That's a wall. Is there another one stuck up there? Hello. Yep. I wish. I've been out for a bit. Heck, even took a month off from that. Okay, so let's get some stone. No, I need that. I don't need that there. And aside, don't really need that. Head. Is it that? Yes! I'm remembering things. So actually, let me get the lights out. That should be good. Okay, turn that off for now. And how's this look from above? This needs to widen up some. Creepers aren't gonna spawn here. Light level, baby. That's the whole reason we've got this area over here to do our creeper hunting. I know. Oh, all this hard work placing all this heavy stone. And placing it in the wrong places. I mean, you could say I do get paid for this, so That does make me a professional, right? Yeah, that'd be a horrible thing to do, Slip. That would be a horrible thing to do. Hey, there seems to be a troll in the chat. Could you take care of that for me, babe? Please? Hey. I didn't mean you. Oh my god. Will you relax? I've never played co-op. Love both games, but I've never done the co-op. So I guess you could say I've not actually played... Oh my god. Played everything. Portal Coop. What? There we go. That's looking alright. I don't think we're gonna have grass here, so I think all of this needs to go. And there apparently is grass there. Nice. Still waiting for Portal 3. And Half-Life 3. Oh, come on, guitar. Get up with the times. Like, catch up to the old school at least. You and your Apex and hero shooters and damn kids. I've played a decent amount, not a whole lot, but I've played a decent amount of the Borderlands series. I have not finished a single game. Like, they just don't hold my interest as much as I'd like them to. Well, I need to drop some stuff off again. I mainly played 1 and 2. I think it's one of those I probably would have played more had I had a group of friends playing. But a lot of the games like Diablo, one of two things happens. Either me or my friends end up playing a lot more and kind of outpace everybody else. Like, I remember back in Diablo 2, I was playing with 2 guys, and high teens? And then went to join them for more, and they were already in their 20s. And then they were in like their 40s. Yeah. It's not always bad. I mean, it's the same way with Diablo. Need to this bit. Oh hush. It's been a while. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could always wait until it comes back out on sale again. How's that looking? That's looking a lot better. This, though. This thing can go back. Did I not pick that? I did not pick that up. Okay. Let's say there should have been an orange one. Oh baby, did you update that command? I know you said something if I wanted to. I didn't know if you did it though. Oh, okay. I was remembering wrong. I know we've asked for y'all's help before, trying to help our situation and helping get me and Didi together, but there's a more important necessity right now than us. Our good friend Blocks is a guy I've known for over a decade. He's been a good friend and a mentor to me, helping me figure out my brand and teaching me building in Minecraft, a lot of how I go about things. A lot of it comes to him. Comes from him. He needs help. He needs a lot of help right now. His situation is dire. You can click the link to learn more about what's going on. But him and his daughter are going to be evicted from their family home by his hopefully soon to be ex-wife. I don't believe that's been finalized. They have shared custody, but he needs a place for him and for his daughter. He's planning on making sacrifices where he can, as he has been, but the reality of the situation is he's not working right now. He's not able to, due to his health. And if it was something like, and I'm not trying to make this sound bad, but if it was just his mental health, I know him, he'd be pushing through, but it's not. He's recovering from long COVID and a spinal injury, and really needs help to get by for a few months. He's looking into different options, but if we can help him do that and get a place and be able to start doing his content again, he could very well be supporting himself through it. He just needs that time to recover to where he can get to that place again. So please share the link. At the very least, try to support him in that way. Maybe somebody you know will be able to offer a generous donation, even if you yourself can't. I can't do much. I'm trying to throw in a little bit as I can, and I have. But the main thing I can do right now is just push this as much as I can, so thank you. With that, let's get back to it. I hate to see such an awesome person going through this. Yes. Love you too, Slip. The fundraiser's set up actually by Slip and another good friend of ours, Fane, who you may have seen stop in very rarely, but he does like to stop in sometimes. which I think I've met any blocks a couple years longer, so maybe it's been more than 10 years. Maybe it's been more like 12 years. No, I was going through clearing out some like old documents and folders and stuff, and found some of the admin paperwork from back when we were in Tall and Tallcraft. My pick is too strong. It's looking good so far. Oh, and this is we've got some. It's not fully oxidized yet, but we're starting to get some green bits. I'm gonna go back over here, skip the bridge area, and then continue and work our way around. Let's see, so we're gonna need more of that, some more stone. Andesite. Oh wait, that's stone brick. Whoops. Do that. And that. Actually, I might need to clear space first. What am I doing? I'll just throw everything in here. It seems to be holding fairly strong. Let me check this. We've been unstable for the last 15 minutes. Good to know. I'm not sure why. I mean, it's showing a steady bit rate, but it says unstable. I mean, it seems fine. I don't know why it says unstable, because it's holding very steady. Huh. Aren't we all unstable? And gotcha. Frog dance. Oh. I want to dance. I want to dance. More of a wiggle. I mean, you can dance how you want to. Raking and wiggling. Do you also do some rolling? Some raking and rolling. How's that looking? It's looking alright. I feel like enough people have played it. I don't know if I would choose Minecraft. I don't know that I wouldn't either. Yeah. I do what I want. You know what, before I do anything else, I've already dug it out. Let's remove this. Yeah, but okay, if you're gonna do one that's like heavy story driven, then what do you choose? Sable. Sable's a really good one, guys. It really is. It was such a fun game, and there's no health, there's no combat, there's no timers. There's no fall damage. You explore and collect things. Do a bunch of climbing and riding around on a hover bike. You can customize your outfits and your motorbike or hover bike. It's quite good. And it's one thing that may dissuade people is it's cell shaded. So if you're not a fan of cell shaded graphics, it could be a bit off-putting. However, I think they did a great job with it. I'm not overly fond of them, but some games can really pull it off. Oh. I mean, then it depends on, like, what kind of game are you looking for? Well, two games that I've enjoyed a lot of that have been in early access for years. Both of these are hitting 1.0 this year. And I'd recommend either. The first, if you want a open world survival crafting game with zombies, 7 Days to Die is going to be officially hitting 1.0 next Thursday, this coming Thursday. After over 10 years in early access, when people poke fun at how long games are in early access, it's normally one of the ones on the list. Quite a good game, though. I've put over 400 hours into it, and from what I've seen, I really like the changes. I've not played in a few alphas, so there's been a lot of changes for me. And it's all pretty good, actually. You don't feel as lost anymore on what to do next. The other game if you want to go more into like automation and building up factories, Satisfactory. It's going to be hitting 1.0 later this year. In like the next month or two, I believe. It's been in early access for over 5 years. It's another really fun one. Now, one that I would like more people to play. Again, another early access one. Abiotic Factor has been an absolute blast. It has heavily draws inspiration from Half-Life, Half-Life 2. It's a survival crafting game from somebody who hates survival crafting games. You're not surviving in the wild and punching down trees and mining stone. Instead, you're breaking office supplies or office machines and gathering office supplies to create your gear and armor. It's got a decent sense of humor. Trev, good to see you, dude. Long time no see. One neat thing about Abiotic Factor is it's one of the few games that have a limit on co-op that's not 4. So many games just max at 4. This one goes to 6. I mean, some of these, it's as many people as the system can run, like Satisfactory, 7 Days to Die. Oh, we have rain. But I don't think we're getting thunder. So I'm gonna hold off doing the stairs for now. Then I can come back with a bunch of stairs and slabs and take care of all of them. We'll do this bit. Yeah, let me do that real quick. How are we? No missed frames. We're doing good on that. Just the internet, I guess, is a little unstable. Our bit rates dropped pretty bad there. Okay. Doing good again. Yeah, it's a bit all over the place. I wonder if it's because of the storm. Did that huge tech outage, did that affect Twitch at all? True, T. But I'll be waiting on y'all for that. Well, it's gonna be overwhelming if you're just looking at the, like, giant builds that, like, everybody does, it seems. But it doesn't have to be like that. I'm planning on doing 7 Days to Die again once Thursday rolls around and they have a stable 1.0. And would be playing more Abiotic Factor, but I'm waiting for more content. Nice thing about Abiotic Factor, they've got a roadmap. It's going to be hitting 1.0 in under a year from going into alpha, or early access rather. So a lot of this, they've already have made the stuff, and they just have to polish and implement. Like, this is one of the most polished early access games I've ever played. Quite nice. You're always welcome to do either. It is a little more intensive, so that's something we'll have to keep in mind. Nice thing though is with my better card, I'm gonna be able to actually play and stream in Discord more often. So that'll be nice. It was getting annoying having, or not being able to share my screen that often, and having people trying to watch, but now you can get all the perspectives again. Well, except for Didi's sometimes, because Didi's having kind of the same issue. And we're not going to be on for too much longer. Got another maybe 20 minutes or so. Give Didi a chance to prepare, and then Didi will be streaming after a little bit, around normal time. I'm assuming. Are we still on for your stream? Okay. So yeah, I'll be about normal time, give or take. Which means probably have enough time to finish this section. Clean things up a little bit. Oh my god, I can feel the thunder coming. Beer. Andesite. Grab this, and we'll go collect the rest of that crackstone. Or wait, no, downstairs. Behind the stairs. And I'm not gonna have a stream schedule for the time being, guys. It's gonna be kind of hit and miss, so I'll try Thursdays and or Sundays when I can. I'm just not able to commit to anything right now. So bear with me. We will be getting things back to normal at some point, whenever that is. Yep, just depends on way too many factors. Okay, let's get some screenshots. And one more over here. There we go, got a couple to use. Yeah, I think that's gonna be about it for today, guys. At least for Minecraft. Gonna switch over to talking. But thanks for being here and joining me. Haven't really touched the game since January, so it's nice getting back to it finally. I really didn't want to play this outside of stream. Like, the only thing I wanted to do in Minecraft was play this world, but I didn't want to do it outside of stream, so it is what it is. Why don't we go ahead and get rid of the game, though. We'll switch over to here. And go ahead and close out. And see, I was only at 68C then, so it was actually running cooler than it was earlier. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I would still like to do some more upgrades to my computer. That's going to take some time, though. Could use some better case cooling. And would love to get a new CPU and motherboard, which is expensive, so that's going to be holding. Like, my 3600X is still a great CPU, actually, so... Productivity, though, it would be nicer to have a better one, and some games like Minecraft do kind of need a faster CPU, as it still relies on single core. If they could only get multi-threading situated for Minecraft, then, yeah, mine would already be doing better, probably. But there is times I'm noticing some hiccups with it, though rare. We just chillin'. I think we're just chillin'. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know if you multitask as much as I do. You may. I honestly don't know. Now we finished up some of the roads, and Alistair, good to see you, dude. We're not gonna be on much longer, so enjoy your lurk, even if it's short. True, Trev. I mean, we're getting more parity. I have not updated, but they are starting to verge on parity, which is nice. It's good to be back. It really is. But, if I can get a different motherboard and a newer CPU, it does unlock some features that I don't have access to. My video card now qualifies, but it would be able to use the RAM for video card, for instance, or use the faster video card RAM for CPU, I believe. It just lets it use everything as it needs to, instead of things being like locked behind certain components. And it's a neat thing that AMD does. Smart access memory. Ideally, I would also like a motherboard that has 2 M.2 slots, so I can have my main boot drive as M.2, which I do now, and then a much larger M.2 to put all programs and stuff on. Right now I'm using 2 kinda ancient SSDs and 2 fairly new hard disk drives, which I had to rip the casings out, the drive bays for those, so they're kind of just loose in my case at the moment. The hard drives are stacked with some empty case trays to allow some airflow between them.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
And the SSDs are just up in one of my unused 5-inch bays. But it works. They're not moving around or anything, and it's not like I'm picking the case up and moving it. I just have to remember, hey, there's loose, fragile components, so don't go tipping it over. I was a little disappointed. Okay, so my case can use the really big GPUs, but I had to remove the drive bays. They were taking up like 1/4 of an inch of space. Both of them were, because the GPU's kind of centered on the 2 of them. But it's actually producing better airflow now that my fans aren't behind the drive bays. They're at the very front of the computer. So I can now put my hand here and feel the intake. So my system is running a little cooler overall now. But it would be nice to be able to switch to just M.2s. But that's more of a luxury thing at this point. It's not needed. Ah, okay, guitar. I'm gonna be building up one of those eventually. Would love to be able to buy a few more Barracudas and make a NAS out of them. And if I can get a sizable M.2, like I've even thought about just getting a PCIe card that allows an M.2. But if I could do that, then yeah. My 2 gig hard drive is a Barracuda. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe even just getting a PCIe card to go in one of the empty slots that allows for at least 1 additional M.2. Snooze ads, I don't even have. Oh yeah, we got a little bit of time. Well, do you know, are you rating? Because that's gonna have a big decision on how many drives you're using. I think that's a big thing I'm looking into. I'd like a rated NAS. Rated NAS. For protection. Yes, you should get 4 8-terabyte drives. That's actually exactly what I was thinking. Get 4 8-terabyte drives. See, I don't even have much digital media like that anymore. Years ago, I was a bit of a pirate. Back when I wasn't working at all and couldn't afford anything. But I've really gotten out of watching a lot of stuff, so... yeah, that's part of it. Having a couple warnings from my ISP, kind of just put an end to it. What is Jellyfin? I've not heard of Jellyfin. Is it a media server? Oh, okay. I mostly understand Plex. I've not used it, but I mostly understand it. But does that rely on pirating? That's the part I don't understand with it. As far as I'm aware, it's mainly pirating. Okay. Like I said, I used to. I understand sometimes it's not available to you. Sometimes it's financial issues. I feel like most of the media companies like that make enough money that some people pirating is actually a good thing because they may love it so much that they go buy it themselves, or they get somebody else to buy it, or get a sub-service somewhere to watch it. A lot of indie game devs even condone it. There was one the other day that said that he encourages people because he understands that, sure, that one person isn't going to be paying for it. They may in the future, but at the very least, they may very well get some of their friends to actually buy it. So you could look at it as a lost sale, or you could look at it as free marketing and a couple additional sales. So just all y'all, if you get into that, be careful. You can get yourself in trouble. You can lose your ISP service potentially. Yeah, I like it more short term. Get the service, watch what I'm gonna watch. Don't sub again. Wait until there's a lot more stuff out, sub again. But it's been quite a while since I've done anything like that. For the most part, it's gaming, a little bit of YouTube, lots of audiobooks. Like I just got through going through the Stormlight Archive series again, as I've pre-ordered the 5th book and the final of this half of 10 books. It's going to be a big time gap between the first half and the second half, as far as I'm aware. And it's coming out right around Christmas. Exactly. Exactly, guitar. Like, wait for enough movies to actually be on the whatever service and pick it up just to watch those. And if you do it rare enough, you can normally get deals at that point. So you're not even paying for a full month, and you may even be able to get a trial and watch everything you want within the trial period. Well, they have to be ones I'm actually interested in, yeah. They may be filled with movies, but... Yep, and then that's the other thing. I mentioned it. Sometimes it's just not available in your region, and at that point, I think it's fair game. And a lot of indie devs completely agree on that one. Well, I think that's it, guys. Need to go take care of some things before Didi gets started. So, be about 30 minutes or so. And we'll have some more chaotic fun and more cats, I believe. Are we finding more cats today? Yeah, but I thought VPNs helped with that, guitar. You could fake what region you're in to watch it. Cats, updates, and birthday news. Nice. Alright, well, I will let you cover our updates. I've not gotten into that at all. Maybe if I had more time. But since it's more on your front. Sissy. Oof, I don't like that. Oh, yeah, and then there's that too. There's that too. Oop, excuse me. Jeez. I was not aware of that part. Okay. Oh yeah, how dare I fart on stream. I'm the worst. Yep. Mm-hmm. Alright, y'all. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you, Josh, for the bit spam. I appreciate it, my dude. I know you're already gone, but in case you catch the VOD later, thank you very much. To Slip, Didi for the subs, for Alex for the sub. Y'all are hitting some milestones, making me have to do some more, upload some more, badges. Luckily, I'd already made them for a few more years, so I won't have to make anything else until I do a redesign. Yeah, it's awesome I get to keep updating those. Okay, T. Okay, don't make me get closer to the mic. May mess up my audio. It's good to be back. I don't know when I'll be back on. Hopefully sometime next week. But love y'all. I will see you in Didi's stream hopefully. If not, I will see you somewhere around Twitch or Discord. Hope y'all have a great week. And till next time, this is Viper signing out. Have a good one, everybody.